Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 4 of the Ultras Pod. Today we'll be reviewing the Kappa Pro Series game against Holland Park Hawks and previewing our next Kappa Pro Series game against Gold Coast United. Let's get into it. Holland Park Hawks. 5-0.
What a game.
Good game in the end. There were a couple of moments where we seemed a little shaky.
Yeah.
It did take us a little bit to get going, but once we did get going, God, we got going.
Yeah. And in fairness, too, of what you mentioned earlier, too, in regards to that game, is they got beaten, I think, the week before. And they had a lot to prove.
Yeah.
And in that first half, they really came out and gave it to us. I mean, they played some good football.
Yeah, and they're a tricky side because they only lost 3 against Gold Coast United, who's currently undefeated.
Yeah. Plus, they were an unknown quantity as far as we were concerned.
Yeah.
We had a number of players off injured.
Yeah, so like Hiroshi, Simpkin, Driver. We had a number of big names injured.
Yeah. So, the under 23 lads stepped up, and did they do a great job?
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
fantastic.
Unbelievable job.
We've got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Daniel Leck.
Oh,
scored. Probably could have scored 3 more. I know he definitely crashed the crossbar at least once.
Yep.
Probably had more than a few moments to get his hat trick. But that being said, 4 goals in 3 matches. He scored against Morton City, he scored against Southside, and now he scored 2 against Holland Park. So 4 goals in 3 matches.
He's such a complete player.
Yeah.
His ball skills, he's running into open spaces, the way he carries the ball, the way he shoots the ball, the way he reads the game up the front when others are on the wing, the balls are coming across. He's such a complete player.
And he wants to be part of every single movement. He drops deep and he wants the ball from that first transition so he can pass it out, and then he wants to run up and get it. And I fully understand why. He's so brilliant in that section of the pitch, that somewhere between the middle third and the final third, that just floating in between that, just absolutely fantastic. Number 10, center attacking midfield kind of player. And it really showed last season when we didn't have him.
Oh, yeah, we did. We sort of stumbled for a little bit there, without him. But, just brilliant. He's such a brilliant asset. Incredible
player. And I do really want to bring up someone who we did mention last week in the pod, who we said was really, really exciting us, Damon Gorell.
Oh, wow.
What a match.
Wow. It was like he's just been there for years.
Yeah.
The way he fitted in, the way he played, the way he interacted with the lines and the ball playing and the running, brilliant.
Yeah. And
another great asset. And he can only get better.
He can only get better. He's got a long road ahead of him.
Terrific player. Good young lad.
Yeah. And, we said last week he got taken off in the 10th minute because, he was probably the least experienced player in that midfield. But he really stepped up and proved himself in this one.
Yeah. He's going to be hard to not get in the next 11.
Yeah, exactly. It's an incredible match for him. But so, as we mentioned already, Daniel Leck with 2 for himself. Brandon McMorrow, Riley Thompson-King, and Lyndon Farr just topping off the night.
Yeah.
There was that moment there at the start of the second half. Start of the second half scares us. Personally, we've seen it 2 times.
Second half scared me, I've got to say. The boys, once the boys settled down, and I could see the way through, it was just non-stop Olympic.
Yeah.
Bombarded them, and it was just a matter of time before we cracked that wall, and the goals just flowed.
Yeah, exactly right. We started taking control of that match.
Yeah.
And a very, very comprehensive win.
Yeah. I think I said to you at one stage of the game, did Holland Park actually come into our half?
Yeah, there was a few moments there where it was just, I don't know if Matty Luker had much to do.
Yeah. He was having a barbecue and a couple of drinks at the goalpost there. I mean, he was that quiet.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, and I mean that's good. That means the defense is starting to shape up together, starting to really talk to each other and know and understand where they're going to be. Because obviously we saw in the Modern City Excelsior game, there was just moments where the defense wasn't sure what was going on, and
Yeah.
they were passing through us, and it was this was a much better game to watch in regards to a full team package.
Yeah. And you had Tommy, you had Louis,
Yeah,
you had Jack
yeah, Jack
in the back
Hudson, yeah,
as well. I mean,
and Andre Tatami on the right.
Yeah, they just stopped everything.
Yeah.
And once they got the ball, they settled it, they looked, passed across the line, moved forward. It was a beautiful display.
Yeah, brilliant.
Beautiful display of football. It was so good to watch. Can't wait. Gold Coast United. Wow.
Yeah.
It'll be a great game, that will. I mean, the boys will be fresh. Have had a full week off.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
A few training sessions under their belt. Special Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day game.
Yes.
So yeah, that'll be.
We're not going to deliver you roses. We're going to deliver you a eulogy.
So yeah, special Valentine's Day. So that's Friday the 14th, 7:30 kickoff. Gold Coast have been imperious.
Sure, but yeah, they really have.
In the Kappa Pro so far. So round one, they beat Southside Eagles 11-0. Beat Holland Park 3-2. And then in round three, beat Caboolture 2-1. So the last two seem to be a little bit... They got across the line. But what really strikes me from this is they've played the three FQPL teams.
Yeah. And looking at that result against Holland Park, 3-2, that's what made us think, we could be in for a tough
Holland Park's a little bit tricky, yeah.
Considering their previous result of 11-0, we thought, wow, the goals are flowing. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
But Holland Park must have really taken it to them. So it must have been an incredible game. But that's what worried me about Holland Park.
Yeah. And rightfully so. And again, there were a couple of moments. It did take us a little bit to get going against the Holland Park game.
Yeah.
But once we did really get our foot through the door, we were fine. But yeah, and then going from that 3-2 victory to 2-1 over Caboolture, and again, Caboolture also just came off a 1-0 win against Modern City. So it's not like they're slappers themselves.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's two interesting results for Gold Coast United. So we could be up for a very, very, very interesting, very tight game.
I think it'd be quite even.
Yeah.
Quite even. Yeah, player for player. I think we'll be doing okay.
Well, it's interesting to say that because last year we played them twice, obviously, in the NPL. In round 8, we drew 0-0 at home. Really, really tight affair. And in the return leg, in round 19, we drew 1-1 at Gold Coast. So there hasn't been a winner between us for the last couple of matches. So it has been very, very even. And I do think it will continue to be very, very even.
I think so too.
And of course, we need to, if we want to progress through to the next round of the Kappa Pro Series, this is a game that we definitely need to win.
Yes.
But yeah.
At the moment, I think we are in Group C, and Gold Coast are first, and we are second.
Modern City are now second because, they beat Southside Eagles 8-0.
Oh, good Lord.
The day after we played. So yeah, poor Southside Eagles.
Yeah, they've copped a hub pull battery.
Yeah, a bit of a punching bag of this, unfortunately. Which was interesting because they really gave us a run. Don't get me wrong, we were down to 10, but they really gave us a run.
They sure did. But hey, I look at those teams in their respective competitions. Southside Eagles, Holland Park. I think they'll do well in their respective competitions.
Definitely.
Good settled squads, good players, good coaching. So I wish them well.
And as we talked before, Holland Park lost one game last season.
Yeah.
In the actual season.
Effort.
And they've lost, and they've lost 2 out of 3 in the Kappa Pro Series. Admittedly, the 2 were against NPL clubs. So, extremely, extremely, they should be extremely proud of themselves. It is a hell of an effort to get to where they are. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting, very tight hotly contested affair, and I think it's another measuring yardstick of a game, like Moreton City kind of was, to figure out where we are for the season.
Absolutely.
What we have to look forward to.
Mm.
All right, so that is at Goodwin Park at 7:30 on Valentine's Day.
The home of football.
Home of football. Bring your loved one. Let's make it a really special Valentine's Day night. Sorry for everyone's partners, but football's on. You'll have to make it up to them on Saturday.
Yes, you do. Take them out Saturday night for a nice lovely dinner.
Exactly. There'll be more places open and things like that. It'll be easy.
That's for sure.
All right. Well, as always, come find us if you see our banner, which we will be there. Come find us. Come say hello. Come stand with us. Come cheer with us.
Yep. More than happy to have you along. More than happy to stand by us and cheer the boys and bring them home to victory.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you very much for joining me, Michael.
Thanks, Nathan. Have a good week, man. We'll see you Friday night.
See you Friday night.